Aristotle is a towering figure in ancient Greek philosophy who made important contributions to logic, criticism, rhetoric, physics, biology, psychology, mathematics, metaphysics, ethics, and politics. He was a student of Plato for 20 years, but is famous for rejecting Plato's theory of forms. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. The more you know you don't know. No great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. He who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who overcomes his enemies. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. The best way to avoid envy is to deserve the success you get. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Our problem is not that we aim too high and miss, but that we aim too low and hit. For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. Men acquire a particular quality by constantly acting in a particular way. It is not enough to win a war. It is more important to organize the peace. Courage is the first virtue that makes all other virtues possible. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. Greatness of spirit is accompanied by simplicity and sincerity. Happiness does not consist in pastimes and amusements, but in virtuous activities. Masculine republics give way to feminine democracies, and feminine democracies give way to tyranny. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. It is not always the same thing to be a good man and a good citizen. Without friends, no one would want to live, even if he had all other goods. It is better for a city to be governed by a good man than by good laws. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in the consciousness that we deserve them. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. All teaching and all intellectual learning come about from already existing knowledge. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Our youth should also be educated with music and physical education. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children because they are more certain they are their own. We are the sum of our actions, and therefore our habits make all the difference. The most beautiful colors laid on at random give less pleasure than a black and white drawing. The worst thing about slavery is that the slaves eventually get to like it. The weak are always anxious for justice and equality. The strong pay no heed to either. Speech is the representation of the mind, and writing is the representation of speech. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst. If you would understand anything, observe its beginning and its development. Every virtue is a mean between two extremes, each of which is a vice.